Today at Craggy Heights.
Well, Luke, I think one of the first things the players are going to be looking at is really, literally, the shapes of these fairways. They are laid out in a way that often there are little pockets of fairway that the players can hit to. And if they do end up safe, they can really open up options on their approach shots, but they're going to have to be confident in their swing to reap those rewards. Another thing to watch for are holes like the 5th, where the fairway narrows significantly the further out you hit your tee shot. There's also holes like the par 4 17th, where you can drive the green, yes, but there is a lot of danger in the form of water and sand around the green to contend with. So it's very much a risk-reward course. Can't wait to just sit back and watch how these professionals take this course on. Should be a fun week here at Craggy Heights.
Wonderful putt, and that puts some real pressure on their rival now. Currently 1 under for the day.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Oh, that was pure. Always nice to have a birdie putt. Steady on. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
This is what they have left for par.
Good putt that. He's currently tied for 3rd. Let's see what happens here on the 4th. Wonderfully played. Playing from around 160 yards. Just one shot back now. Going with the 8-iron here. Come on, get down. Oh, well done. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Let's return to live play now. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Looking really good. Oh, just missed. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th. Yeah, that one will play. The history of golf has been littered with some great characters. For the modern game, Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind, with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd. Well, nice to drop a putt of that length. Well done. Currently 1 under for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Next up is this two-shot hole. Sitting at -1, currently tied for third position. This one needs to kick left. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard. Ooh, right by the hole. Big putt for par coming up. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole. That should find the cut stuff. That could play.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival, Harold Varner III, has a worthy competitor this week.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? And a chance to move into a tie for second here. Just a couple of inches away from finding that one. And unfortunately dropping back to even par there.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Here we find ourselves at the dramatic 8th hole at Craggy Heights, a par 3 playing 198 yards from the back tees.
Luke, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
No, that's too bad. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
This is what they have left for a par.
And down she goes. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Welcome to the tee of a par 4. Bit untidy, wasn't it? That's a smart option. Back into the fairway. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 2 shots behind. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Needs this to kick a bit left. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
Just hammered that through the line. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Here's HV3. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. Chance here to reclaim a bit of focus after that double at the last. Lovely effort that. Sitting at 2 over. Not a bad spot on the leaderboard. Just outside the top 20. Going with the 6-iron here.
This one is heading to a really not so good space.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Getting ready to play their third. Currently 4 shots off the pace. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Just didn't drop. This is a bogey putt coming up. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Teeing off now on this par 3. That was wonderfully done. A spot in the top 20 awaits if they can make this putt. A bit too much pace on that one. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole. This next putt is for bogey. It was on a good line. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Oh, Rich loves standing on this 12th tee here, a par 5. You're always thinking birdie or perhaps better. Take us through it.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. A little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
Good shot there, Beamer. And here we are with the 3rd shot. And he's down there. You got to read.
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Fair effort that. Good birdie. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Well, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Currently at 4 over for the tournament.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Let's head to this lengthy par 4.
Nice birdie at the last. Let's see what they can produce here.
A couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Birdied their last hole.
Harold Varner III setting up his next shot. Let's get back to it, shall we? Playing this shot from about 180 yards. That swing looked a little jerky from where I'm sitting. Splash. Playing their 4th shot. Playing their 5th shot. Ooh, that almost went down. Just putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make.
This one's tracking.
Well holed. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Teeing off now on the 14th hole. Nicely done. Taking aim from about 220 yards out. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Not the result they were after there.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these.
They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th. That's not the shot they're after. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This would be a great up and down from this spot. Didn't that look good for a long time? And a par putt awaits him. Job done. Let's head to the next. Sitting at 8 over par for the day. This hole is a par 5. That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Second shot here on the 16th.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
Getting ready to play their third. He's found the surface. Good chance here.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. 7 feet to the cup. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Oh, don't we love a short par 4, particularly on the penultimate hole, Rich. 17 here, playing under 300 yards.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
And here we are with the third shot. Wow, that was handy holding out from there.
Not a good lie. Fortunate to hit the pin and go in.
Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Teeing off here at the lucky last, the 18th. That's heading into the rough, I think. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Opting for the 6-iron. Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green. Getting ready to play their third. And that's got to be a nice feeling. Ending the round with a chip in. Great work around the green.
Chip in for birdie. That's always a nice feeling.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
Well, that was another spectacular day's viewing. I certainly enjoyed bringing the action alongside Rich Beem. And Henny, what did you witness down there? A victory over Harold Varner III?
Luke, I don't even know what I witnessed. I need to go and sit in a dark room and think about that. I saw some incredible shots pulled off that should never have been pulled off, and in the end, Harold Varner III was beaten. I think this player will be so pleased with that they'll use the confidence and just propel themselves forward in the next event and beyond.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beem, Henny Koyak, 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba, every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Let's go down to John McCarthy for our encore.